Pandas. Good morning, Pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you can join us today. Hey, Pandas. Let's start off the stream with some good mornings, some good afternoons, good evenings. Let me know where you're from so we can get a sense of how global our community is here. Also, make sure you fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of day you think today might be. Good morning, Pandas. Good morning. Good morning, Antique Camnia. Good morning from Brazil. Good morning, SW Blaze from Chicago. Welcome back, Pandas. Good morning, Jason. Missed you yesterday. Kellyanne, good morning. Jack Byun, good morning, good morning. Scott Hubbard, good morning from Ohio. Yo, Jack Byun, another green day. Let's go, baby. He's already started to trade. F Zen, good morning, good morning. Nuno, good morning. Phil W from Toronto. Canadians here, good morning, good morning. Alberto from Colombia, vamos baby. Farhan, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, Pandas. Hey, yeah, make sure you fill out that poll. Also, hey, guys, if we can get to 100 likes before market open, that would be amazing. 100 likes before market open. We had like this big like spike down from this trading range, and it broke our spiking channel here. We had a spiking channel all day yesterday, and before this channel was like this, and then overnight actually hit the 240 SMA, came back up, and actually, you know, you can think of its first breaker trend, retest the highs, and come back down. You can think of it that way. But the readjusted here, finally break down, came back to retest the trend line. So we had a strong push down, and then we had some very interesting movement back to the 20 MA. Like, this is not the cleanest movement. It's actually kind of choppy, and it might be foreshadowing of further chop later. Notice, Pandas, we reversed on the L4. It's even super strong push down. L4 brought it back up. You know, you had a 4-point swing here. You could have got a 4-point swing here. And notice again, another L4 setup, giving us more than a 4-point swing again. So we had two L4s in a row, and both of them were enough to at least scalp out. And so, just the power of L4s, H4s, and so, I mean, if you notice this L4 here, or so these are H4s. This is an L4. This L4 was the one that actually reversed the entire market, and you know, for some people who are wondering why do I go counter trend, quote unquote counter trend, because L4, H4 setups are such good setups, and I think they're worth it sometimes. Yesterday's stream, I had a red day. You know, I recovered a little bit yesterday, but overall red day. For those wondering, off stream, I traded, I believe it was a 5-minute chart here. Yeah, so I actually took this short here. So after, I was looking to go short for a while, and finally when I saw this trap here, this two-legged pullback fails, makes a Pikachu, I actually entered here for a 4-point scalp. So 1, 2, 3, 4-point scalp here, and so, and notice the trading range indicator marked perfectly where it would bounce off. So I actually had my price target right here. I luckily got filled before it reversed, and so that was kind of, you know, that was kind of lucky, I guess, because there would have been chances. Depends on where I was in the queue. I might have not been filled, and you know, I could have actually came out, you know, maybe break even or something, and skunked the trade. But when it came down here, I was able to actually fill, and so made some money back here from yesterday's loss, but still was in the red, about 400 in the red. It's all good, Pandas. We're sticking to the plan. As long as we stick to the plan, that's all that matters. We're gonna find the best setups possible. 5 minutes showing us potentially a two-legged pullback here. But what I'm looking at right now is the 2K chart and how we're breaking above the 20 EMA now. If I were to draw a simple trend line here, something like this, we've already broken this trend line. What we would typically look for is a retest of the low, but I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm also noticing this measure move from here to here, from the highest point, the lowest point of consolidation to the highest point of consolidation, measure move, and we've missed it. We're missing it by more than 2 points. So that's telling me something, that if we miss this measure move, it usually reacts the opposite way, you know, twice as strong. And so, but yeah, we shall see. This H4 was a nice reversal point here. See, now when I'm looking at this, I'm not sure how strong this downtrend is. I mean, we are certainly in a downtrend still, but the trend, I guess, will stay downtrend as long as we're underneath this pivot. But man, it's looking, you know, it's looking a little sketchy. It's not looking like it's not looking like a downtrend I want to necessarily bank on. So I'm probably gonna skip this two-legged pullback. It is a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C. I typically do skip two-legged pullbacks that come after H4 L4 setups, because typically those H4 L4s can be big reversal points, and so yeah, I usually skip them, especially when they're above the 20 MA like this. In fact, I might even trade the opposite. I might look for the trap here at this point. We are bouncing off my my key area here, which was actually that measure move on the daily. So how much time we got? We got about 8 more minutes. Pandas, welcome to the stream. Good morning, good morning. Hey, for those for the first time who are here, this is I'm about my money, and we trade the E-mini exclusively here, and we are looking at 2000 tick chart, and I look for only one single setup, a two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. We identify as first pullback, first entry, second pullback, and we like to enter here in the second entry. So when we see this two-legged move, we know the market has made its move, and then it typically likes to reverse, because the market loves to move in twos. So the market moves in twos this way, market moves in twos the other way. So the market typically likes to move in twos is because traders feel way more confident after the second move has finished to enter a trade. In the right context, this is a greater than 90% probability to make 1 point scalp. Also, we trade pure price action here. And so you're going to hear me talk a lot about little things here and there, about the candles, the shapes, little gaps here and there, and you're going to see me talk about size of candles and all these. I'm going to try to read every single candle as best as possible, bar by bar, and with that information, hopefully, we can actually execute some trades off of that. And so also, as you can see on my screen, I have very few indicators. I have the 20 EMA, I have the 240 SMA, this dash line here. Also have a indicator that automatically counts all legs and identifies second entries. And so if you're new to the channel and don't know how to use indicator, all you have to do is look to the right of the chart, and this color, if it's dark red or dark green, means that it's a second entry. I can draw it out manually. A, B, C. First pullback, first entry, second pullback, and now this reversal is a second entry. And so, like I said, I'm not interested in going second entry here because it's after a H4. You know, that's a little more advanced, but if you want to know information about that, you can check out the description below. There's more information about this setup in the description. There's a couple playlists. If you want more information about the indicator here that automatically finds two-legged pullbacks, you can go to the official website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. That's it for the introduction, pandas. Welcome to the stream. Hey, let's get to 100 likes if we can. Gonna clear our drawings here real quick. Good morning, pandas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We have missed our measure move in a pretty convincing way. I mean, I'm thinking it's gonna reverse here, even though the strong spike down. I just don't know. I don't know if it has enough juice. Like, looking at this pullback is not regular. It's not typically what you look for when you look for a pullback. It's many legs. Right? We essentially have two-legged pullbacks in a row. It's a little awkward, this pullback here. And this pullback here is above the 20 MA now after an H4 setup. Oh boy, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It's a little suspect, little sus to keep going down. I'm going to tell you what kind of day I think it's going to be today. Ending the poll here, 65 votes. Most of you guys think it's going to be trading range day today. Switching to the daily. I still have this measure move marked. I just want to see 1 or 2 candles after this measure move to see what happens. In my opinion, the measure move has been pretty much disregarded. and it broke above it. Sooner or later, we're gonna break above. In my opinion, we're still in a strong uptrend. Right, this is the bounce off the 20 MA. In fact, it didn't even hit the 20 MA. I know it's a small detail, but we didn't even hit it. We have a small gap here, about 1 point large. Spikes all the way down, doesn't even hit the 20 MA. Reverses stronger than it spiked down. Reverse stronger than that, and now we broke above the measure move. This indicates to me we still have a lot more room to go up. This uptrend is not over, in my opinion. But regarding today, I don't know what kind of day today is going to be, to be honest, because we can have a slight pullback here. I think overall we're going to keep going up, but today I'm not sure what kind of day we're going to have. In my opinion, maybe trading range day today, but yeah, I'm gonna try probably trade it like a trading range. I don't know if we're gonna really come spike downwards, but I mean we could. But in my opinion, the bull trend is still in play, and if we do have a pullback, I don't think the pullback will be very strong. It'll just be, I mean, on the daily at least. I mean, it could be strong on the intraday, but on this chart here, I don't know how strong a pullback will be. With that being said, every candle is gonna give us new information. Possibly, if we come back like up here, I'm thinking trading range. You know, we're gonna probably bounce here. You know, overnight highs. You know, we actually, believe it or not, pandas, we did not make an all-time high yet. All-time highs is right here, and we did not make a new all-time high, which is so rare. We'd be just making new all-time highs every single day. But today, we actually did not make it. We missed it, and we bounced and we reversed. So we could be in a trading range here. Where's the low? The low is way down here yesterday, and so we have the high, the low, and also the close. And I like to have those to see if we're trading in those ranges. And so, yeah. So technically, we're in this range. We're in yesterday's candle. We're creating an inside candle at the moment. And yeah, I think we can have a trading range day today. But where is the trading range? Well, we got that price action tell us exactly where it is. Hey, let's get that bamboo today, pandas. Let's find the best setups possible. I know yesterday I had two losers, but it's okay, pandas. That's okay. It happens. It happens. Important thing is today we stick to the plan. We stick to the plan. Michael Montano asked, any trades? I went over, if you go earlier in the stream, I went over the trade I took. I actually did a 4-point swing yesterday off the 5-minute chart. Able to recover a little bit of my losses, but not all of it. Market's about to open in 2 minutes, pandas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know a lot of you guys think news is important. I mean, obviously the news probably affected the market, as you see here, but this does not stray away from any type of price action. Price action is king, right? You got the news, boom. So this say it's really terrible news. Oh, the economy is crashing, whatever it is. Boom, big move down. But guess what? Guess what's happening now? We're coming right back up. Like that news event or whatever it is. Price action at the end is going to be king, and it's going to be the thing that helps us. You could have technically gone short here, even, with this L4 setup, top of this trading range here, and lower high setup here. You could technically have just done price action and gotten this swing here, but in my opinion, the news maybe can create these volatility spikes, but in my opinion, like, price action is king. It does help, I think, honestly, though, if you can maybe predict a slow day. Like, you have a high chance of a slow day if there's like a news day and hours before the news hits, it's kind of slow. But even then, that's not true. Sometimes it's not slow. Sometimes it's just like regular trading. All right, pandas, look at what we got here. Bears want a double top. Bulls want a breakout. I'm thinking breakout because of how strong this uptrend is. We have 0 pullbacks, no pullbacks, nothing. Even though we have a bear bar here, it lasts for 1 bar. It doesn't even break the previous candle's low. We have 0 pullbacks all the way up to here, going straight into this double top. Bears want a double top, bulls want a breakout. This is actually a very simple two-legged move. A, B, C, two-legged move. Market's just open. Bulls want to break out here. We have a potential trap trade here. Not interested in this trap trade. A little too far away from 20 MA. Also, I don't bank on traps to breaking out to make a breakout. I don't do that. I'm not trading breakouts here. I'm trading two-legged pullbacks, just scalping the E-mini. I'm trying to figure out exactly where our trading range is going to be today, if we're going to be trading range day today. I mean, this could be our trading range, right? This could be our trading range day. This could be our trading range, something like this. And if we break out here, we can come back into the trading range. This could be our trading range. I just have to wait and see here. I actually like this short better than this short. I actually like this short a little bit here. I kind of like it. But I'm going to wait here. I'm going to actually wait for an L4 setup if it does happen. Because we're having a double top and we're having a tough time breaking above the double top. So I'm actually more interested in this short than this short here. If I were to go, but remember my premise is trading range. Most of you guys will say this is a strong uptrend. I'm looking at the left of the chart and saying, don't be too quick to think that because we can be in a trading range. Tough time breaking above this box here that I created. Just simply using these pivot highs here. Tough time breaking above. These bars are 3/4 of a point large. I like that one better than this one, but the best one would be an L4 setup off of this 240 SMA. I'm not sure if the market's gonna give it to us, pandas. Are we gonna get an L4 setup off the 240 SMA? It's looking sketchy now. L4 setup, not yet, has not hit. Having a tough time breaking above my box here. I'm interested in an L4 setup off the 240 SMA if it does happen, thinking we are in a trading range. And again, most of you guys can say, are I not trading counter trend? In a trading range, you want to trade counter trend. You want to fade these breakouts. Let me look at the higher time frames to see if we get any new information here. We got two-legged pullback on the 5-minute chart forming. Breaking above. L4 setup, pandas. I'm interested here. Do not copy my trades. I am a panda. Do not copy my trades. Do not copy any pandas. I do need a decent signal bar though. Eyeing this one. Eyeing this L4 setup here. 208 more. In this trade, pandas. Small stop loss. I'll take the stop loss, it's fine. I think that risk is worth it. You got only about 1 point risk here. Good signal bar. Let's go, baby. Break even +1. Can we get to the bottom of the trading range? It's all good, pandas. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, baby. L4 setup off the 240 SMA in a choppy formation. Right, looking at this as a trading range because strong move down, come back up, choppiness right here. Right, the price action is telling us something's happening here. Let's go, baby. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Bouncing off the 20 EMA now. Feeling good, pandas. That's all I needed. Got my scalp. Got my morning scalp. See, the idea is like, it's not about necessarily how many trades you get into. It's about finding like the highest probable trades, and so you can scale up your amount of contracts you trade. You know, basically like with that one scalp, you could be done for today. I mean, my capital doesn't allow that, right? I obviously need more capital to have like, you know, just be happy with one scalp, but Vagmine for the 50 rupees from India. Thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. Good morning from India. Let's go, baby. Vagmine, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thank you for the coffee. Thank you for my morning coffee, donating to my morning coffee. I do appreciate it. Vagmine, if you do really want to support, you can also become a panda, and you don't have to, you know, worry about the super chats. But I do appreciate any support. Yeah, Tanner Neal says, happy Tuesday landscaping day. If you guys hear those noises outside, sorry if it sounds like a hurricane's coming through here, but yep. Can't do anything about that. We're getting choppy here, pandas. If we're trading range day today, then that'd be nice. If you can catch on the fact that you're in trading range early on, if you can catch that, that's actually the best kind of day because you can scale in all day. Just keep scaling in. And if you keep like, in a sense, it's like you can buy and sell anywhere on trading range day today and make money. That's like, it's actually weird because trading range days typically chop people up. But if you change your strategy to match a trading range type day, it's actually the easiest type of day to trade. But you have to be willing to have large stops and scale in. You have to be willing to do that to give you the high, super high probability day trades on trading range days. See, on trend days, if you scale in, that can actually just blow your account. But on trading range days, scaling in is actually the best thing you can do in terms of probability. Because, you know, if it's a trading range day today, even though if you sold right here, if it's a trading range day today, in some time, if you scale in, it's going to come back down to maybe here or down here even, or maybe not that far, maybe like over here. But if you scale in, you know, you're able to at least come out break even, maybe even make profit. So that's the thing about trading range days. But the hard part about trading range days is to identify them early enough. You know, and maybe this price action is telling us, right, strong move down and strong move back up typically results in some sort of trading range. But, you know, we have this double top here, and we're just kind of chopping around here. But starting to break out a little bit here. If we're truly in a trading range day today, then we can have a failed breakout coming back into this blue box here. Whoops. 10K chart, nothing really. 5-minute chart, nothing really. On these 5 and 10K, on the higher time frames, it looks like we're just a V bottom, reversing. V bottom back up to the breakout point. This is hard to tell. Hard to tell if we're going to be in a trading range or not. I mean, it looks like we recovered. So that news, quote unquote news event, whatever it was, it had zero effect on the market. I mean, it did make this move down, but at the end, price action is telling us to come back up, right? It's just, I know news events are maybe important for volatility, but at the end, price action is going to be the only thing we can really trade. Notice how now we're above the 20 MA and we're making higher lows off the 20 MA. In fact, we bounced off the 20 MA right here. I'm convinced literally there's always limit orders on the 20 MA no matter what. It just depends on how many people have limit orders there. If there's enough institutions, then it just bounces off of it. But I'm convinced no matter what, you know, there is some algorithm out there that just literally buys and sells off the 20 MA. Which is good information for us because we can use that to our advantage. We know the 20 MA is an important point, and if we get a good setup near the 20 MA, you know, that's typically our bread and butter until we get pullbacks off the 20 MA. John Cena, I feel like he's a troll here. I'll allow him to continue to be in this chat because, you know, once you get trolls, that means you're doing something right. Once you get haters, that means you're doing something right. You're doing something so right that the hate comes out of them because they're just something within them. You know, their insecurities, their failures start to pop out, and they try to project it on other people, and especially on successful people. And so it's just validation for me knowing I'm doing something right here. So I like John Cena. I like to keep him here. So, but yeah, I mean, my balance is from what it was a month ago, and I'm happy with that because when you get a market like this for a month straight, when you get markets like this on the daily, I'm happy I didn't blow my account. That's all I'm saying. The last couple days, honestly, the last month has just been so difficult, in my opinion. Just so choppy, so hard. Super small bars, super low volatility. Everything was getting chopped up, and in my opinion, it was so hard. And so, me being just where I am, where I was, yeah, it was difficult though. But hey, we're getting there. I'm trying to get to 20K. Trying my best. 20K will be nice because then I'll start to be able to do three scalps, 1 runner, and I like that more. Even though it's more capital per trade, in terms of risk, in my opinion, it's better because when you have a 2 scalp 1 runner strategy, it's actually, if you think about it, the percentage of that runner is a lot greater than the percentage of the scalps. And so if the runner doesn't hit, you're actually missing a lot more profits percentage wise that you could be gaining. And so the 2 scalp 1 runner like legs is not, in my opinion, it's not a good, it's actually probably one of the worst, worst automatic strategies to have. Like it's or ATMs to have. It's the worst in my opinion because, I mean, 1-to-1's even worse than that, but you know, it's missing those runners. The impact of not making that scalp on that runner is a lot larger. Plus, if you lose, that percentage is a lot larger as well, right? That one runner adds so much more to those losers. And so it's, I really want to get out of this 2 scalp 1 runner, you know, legs I have, trades I have. I want to enter actually the 3-1, 3 scalps 1 runner. I personally love the 5 contract scalps, and that's it. And I make 2 scalps a day, and I come out with $500 a day. I mean, I love doing that. That was like no stress. Like once I, you know, honestly, there's like stress when you talk about when you're trying to manage runners. It's a kind of good stress, right? Because you're making money, but it's like, but you're stressful. You're still attentive to the market. You're still trying to see like, okay, is this a good place to reverse? And so should I get out now? Like you're still reading the market very, very intently. And so, in my opinion, like the 5 scalp, man, that to me, it's I want to get there so I can just make the 500 a day, get out. John Cena. I love those John Cena memes. I thought they were so funny. But John Cena, I love it. I love the hate. I love the hate coming from John Cena. It's just so much validation knowing when haters come out. You know the funny thing is, John Cena, who comes to my stream, decides to stick around, decides to watch. I mean, if you're thinking about it, like, you know, if he's such a good trader, why is he even watching? He should just be focused on his trading. But he obviously has all the time in the world to come to my stream and try to troll the stream, try to hate the stream, and it just shows you that he obviously, you know, he's not trading. That's all I'm saying. He's not trading. FC Trader asks, what time chart is on the screen? It's a 2000 tick chart. David Gray says trading range day today. It is, but look at it. It's still going upwards. Notice that the 20 EMA is still acting as support, but we have no setups. You know, we have no setups yet. I don't have any setups. Too choppy to trade here. I have this blue box thinking that we could have a trading range here, but we're currently breaking above it, but not in a convincing way. And we're breaking above it, but my opinion is we can break above it as far as we broke down below it. And so we have, you know, about 6 points here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. And I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points, which is actually yesterday's close, can be where our failed breakout is. And so I'm just watching this. No trades here. It's too choppy. But you know what's fun? Even there's nothing to watch here. My boy John Cena, man, giving us all the entertainment we need today. That's why you gotta love the community. You got haters, you got lovers, supporters. It's just amazing. But like, think about how disgusting of a person you have to be to root for someone to lose money. Like how terrible, just in general. It's like not even about trading, just about the human morale, the human like person. How disgusting do you have to be? How much of a lowlife do you really have to be to root for someone to lose money, right? To lose their possessions. Like it's like asking for someone like some harm. It's like you're asking harm from people. Like how disgusting you really have to be is incredible. Dry Blood Patches, weirdest name I've ever seen in my life. But hey, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thanks for the donation. Let's go, baby. Dry Blood Patches. I believe those are called scabs. John Cena says something interesting here. He says this. He says, which is what I don't understand. He says any good trader wouldn't go live, and only an idiot would watch that live trader. I don't understand the logic behind that. John Cena, like, can you explain that? Like, why would good traders not go live? That boggles my mind. That actually doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm actually very curious what you mean by that and your logic behind that. Oh. Yep, too choppy right now. But even though we're choppy, we are in a pretty strong uptrend, right? The 20 EMA is still acting as a pretty good support. We're getting pretty, it's pretty alternating. Bear bars, bull bars. But relentless above the 20 EMA. Spike in channel. Currently, that's what I would see this as. Kind of hard to find that spike in channel. You can use a couple things. Like, if you could use this, but in my opinion, that's spike, and for me, the channel hasn't really started until here. So for me, like, I would probably use something like this. Maybe ignore this one, because otherwise it'll look like this. Or you can even use this one as your main spike in channel here. But we're looking at spike in channel so far, right now. The spikes typically have maybe 3 to 4 pushes up. John, he's trying to hit on Kellyanne, and Kellyanne hits him back with, LOL, I am a grandma. This chat, I'm saying, it's lively. Like, I'm having so much fun just reading this chat right now, what's going on. And it's, oh, Johnny boy. Kellyanne, I love this grandma. Probably one of the coolest grandmas I've ever met. Alright, pandas, we are hitting yesterday's close, which is pretty much the breakout area, and we basically essentially recovered that entire breakdown in this most grindy way possible that you can possibly imagine. Super grindy, right back up to here. No setups really. The only setup that I found was this L4 setup, which was enough to get us a point. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen here, pandas. I mean, if we're in trading range day today, it should not go much higher than this, right? The failed breakout here, failed breakdown, failed breakout. The idea is if we're in trading range day today, we're going to find ourselves back into this blue box. But I have some suspicions because essentially we're above this 20 EMA and we're riding above it. And honestly, it looks a little bullish. It looks a little bullish to me, but we are in uptrend, so just hard for me to tell. I'm not really trying to bank on going short here. Only time I really might go short is if we get a nice lower high entry or trap entry, fail second entry long. That'd be probably my only setup. Kellyanne says a hot grandma, but still a grandma, man. Kellyanne with that swag, grandma swag. I mean, think about it. His name is John Cena. John Cena was like the greatest, like one of the greatest troll memes ever. But John Cena, welcome to the stream. Glad that you can at least join us. Give us some entertainment. Do appreciate it. Oh man! All right, our chat's getting weird. All right, let's stop talking about hot grandmas. We're chilling. We're vibing. Let's just focus on the market here. Forget about Johnson. Forget about all these external things. Let's read some price action, shall we? Something interesting. I mean, we are in an uptrend. I'm just not convinced it's a very strong uptrend. Let me look at other time frames here. Let's see if we get any other information. The 10K chart essentially has made a two-legged pullback like this. It's a two-legged pullback, and now it's starting to form another two-legged pullback here. Sorry, technically it looks like this, but two-legged pullback here, and it can just be a standard two-legged pullback here, creating our trading range. The 5-minute chart. 5-minute chart actually looks like a very strong uptrend. According to price action and time, the 5-minute chart actually has a very strong uptrend. Essentially recovering this entire breakdown, and now we're back at it. Again, bears want a double top right here. Bulls want a breakout. Whoops, sorry. We actually trapped here. That was not refreshed. We actually have a trap here, comes back up, and yeah, I definitely would not go short here on that 5-minute, even though it's a two-legged pullback. Actually not a bad trap to take, but I wasn't paying attention to 5-minute, but that's a pretty good trap. Right, we're above the 20 MA now, and this could be telling for us this is reverse. This is typically a reversal pattern. We're finding on the 5-minute, but it's a reversal pattern. When you come and we try to make a two-legged pullback off the 20 MA, instead, when you make that second entry, you reverse, make a trap off of it, especially on the V bottom like this. This is a classical reversal pattern on the 5-minute chart. I'm actually interested in going short on a two-legged pullback off the 10K chart if we get a good signal bar. With that being said, maybe we're just on an uptrend day today, but man, I was really thinking trading range day, but who knows. Let me go over some of the chats here. As long as we're not talking about hot grandmas, let's continue. Nasir, welcome to the stream. Welcome back. David Gray said, let's thank John Cena for an interaction with the stream. Go ahead and like too. Yeah, John Cena, make sure you hit that like button. Do appreciate it. As you on the 1 minute, I am the 2000 tick chart. Dry blood patches asks, what do you use for pen avatar? It's a program called Animes. But actually, I just say that because I'm actually a panda. In real life, I wear a human mask. Yep. Daniel I says potential L4 setup. I don't know if we're gonna get it. We lost our L4 off yesterday's high. And for banking on a trading range, this is the time to reverse here. That we'll get a trap. Fails like an entry long to go short here. This is where we would see it. The 5-minute poking above. I like this. I like this short on the 5-minute pandas. I actually like this. But notice on the 20 EMA or the 2K chart, we still have the 20 EMA blocking us. We have this spike in channel support. So on the lower time frame, it's bullish, and so it's kind of hard to go short even on the 5-minute chart. But if it printed a nice candle, I would have been interested. It's not a bad candle actually still, but it might not have hit it. Notice we're starting to get choppy here, overlapping bars. 20 EMA still acting as support on the 2000 tick chart. Potential lower high setup here. Not interested because obviously we have this spike in channel giving us some support here. We can spike down, come back up. I may be interested on a failed second entry long. That might be my setup here. I have my eyes on 10K chart as well. Nasir Rahimi says, do a whiskey challenge for likes. I mean, I have my 400 likes whiskey challenge on the top left of the screen. Actually impossible, and the reason why I'm doing it 400 is because you guys hit all the other hundreds. You hit the 100, you hit the 200, you hit the 300, which I thought would take a lot longer than it did. But once you guys hit the 300, I was like, all right, 400 for sure. You guys can never get that. Calvary Trader says, at Panda, there's a trader, Paul Rotter, that Albrook always mentions on his video. Paul Rotter places 100 trades an hour for just a few ticks each. What strategy do you think does he base for? I guess he bases off of. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure his commissions are killing him. He must have some sort of setup where he can trade very cheap. Very good trigger bar on the 10K chart. The 5 minute does give us the second entry short here again. We might get the L4 on the 5 minute. But I feel like this 5 minute is going to come back down to 20 MA. Right, typically after a failure like this, a trap, and it prints like a nice bar like this to come back down. What happened basically is this trap wanted to just stop out all these traders here and then finally reverse. That happens to me all the time. And so that's how I know that that's what's happening again right here. Like the traders who went short here are wondering, man, I should just stayed in. It just wanted to stop me out. Now when it finally reverses again, it's going to fill me up here. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this makes a point. This is kind of why I thought this was a good trade. Because if I was on the opposite side of this trade, yeah, so that's enough to make a point. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it, but I wasn't confident enough where I felt like I can make a trade off of it. But like I said, like that's how I would feel if I was short here and it reversed there and I saw this candle. I'm like, I would have that phone like, why didn't I just stay in the trade? That's exactly how I would feel. 10K also makes the second entry. I was paying attention 5 minute. My only trade here, pandas, is a trap trade. If we get a fail second entry long here, I'm gonna go to trap trade here. That's gonna be my trade. Trap setting up, pandas. We lose the trap on the 25s. Trap is still in play. Trap is still in play here. Trap is still in play. Interested in this trap here, pandas. Interested in this trap. It looks a little sketchy though. I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little choppy here, and this trap could trap me out. But I'm banking on this trading range. The fact that we've been so choppy up here. 1, 2, 3, 4 hits in a row, creating the bottom of this trading range. I don't like that, pandas. There's a couple things I don't like about this trade. The trap does not trigger though. Just waiting here. I'm glad I didn't trigger, because if it went like this right after it triggered, I would be pretty upset. Trap's gone. Continuing upwards. That was a little sketchy. Also 10K chart, 20 EMA was in the way, acting as support. Another reason not to have entered that trade. 5 minute as well. But I predicted that trade a while back, fail second entry long, and then that would be the only trade I would really be considering. And since it was there, I was like, yeah, I guess I'll take it since I was predicting that trade. But it didn't happen, obviously. Right, we have a perfect scalp now. Technically, they're trap traders here. Like at a 99.9% chance that they're trap traders here still, in my opinion. Doesn't matter anymore. Trap is completely gone. Absolute scalp made. Yeah, I got John Cena's thing stuck in my head now. AJ Santamaria says, hey Pandas, there's a really good conference July 13th, 14th, 15th. Give us more information about that, AJ Santamaria. It doesn't seem like you're trying to shill, so it seems like you genuinely want to give good information to the community. You can give information about that conference if you want. Go ahead. This is a 10K tick chart. Currently making a lower high second entry setup here. Yesterday's close is acting as some sort of resistance. We are above the 20 EMA on the 10K chart. And notice that it's acting as support here. So it's difficult to go short here, but if it is a trading range, this is the trading range you want to go into here. Notice that the 10K chart recognizes a trading range right here already. And because of that, we are actually starting to show, right, some signs of a trading range. The trading range has begun. And it's here and it's marking it right now. So the idea is that this failed breakout, this will be a failed breakout coming back into this trading range. Even though it's small, still a trading range because of 1, 2, 3 overlapping bars. We have a lower high setup here, Pandas. Very interesting. Trading range being created now on the 2000 tick chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits, all in this bottom of this range. 6 hits. I might look for a lower high setup here, but I don't know. This range is kind of tight, only 3 points large. The only way to really make a point here. So notice Pandas, right? Trading range started over here. The trading range indicator, which you can find at the official website www.twolegedpullback.com. It marked the trading range right way back here. Now notice, where does it come up to test? It comes right back up to the top of the trading range. Bottom of the trading range to the top of the trading range. Also, it was done by two-legged pullback. I was looking for the trap trade, but maybe I should have looked for the trading range in here. Confusing. So many overlapping bars. I mean, we've been choppy ever since here, pandas. Ever since here, we've been choppy, and we've been choppy. We're choppy going upwards, but still very choppy, very difficult. $10K was printing a pretty decent candle on that lower high setup. No longer decent candle. Now starting to show some choppiness, overlapping bars. Daniel Eyes says, look at the 5-minute chart as well. We have a lower high on the 5-minute as well. The only thing about this is that with this lower high, it can create its own two-legged pullback. So you got to be careful. You have to be very confident that this was a trading range in order to take this lower high setup. How confident am I? I don't know. I'm not super confident, right? The 20 EMA hasn't even been touched yet, making me think there's some bullish sentiment here. Coming back to the top of the trading range. Notice we came back to the bottom of the trading range, right? Came to the bottom here, top here, bottom here again, coming back to the top again. If I had a different strategy, I would just buy like limit orders, and keep bouncing it off until it breaks me, until I lose. John Bratoni asks, can you explain cash value? Cash value is how much money I have in my account. That's the cash value. I don't know. Simple as that. So this is a small account journey for those who don't know. Small account journey. I started with $5,000 a couple months ago, and I've been trying to grow this account as much as I can. And yeah, and so this is what the streams are. And honestly, I've been having the hardest time getting to $20,000. It's very difficult. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, but it's just been very difficult. I just do not like this behavior here. We're still clearly above the 20 EMA on these higher time frame charts. I'll consider going short here. Small risk here. I'll consider going short here. I mean, typically you like the lower high setups, but this range is so small. Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get a lower high setup here. I might be interested, but this is a doji, like a straight up doji bar. You might think that this is a bearish bar, but in my opinion, this is still a doji bar, because if you think about the idea behind a doji bar is this. It's typically, the reason why it's important is because it's a 1 bar trading range. And so if it starts here, goes up and comes back down, in my opinion, that's just on a smaller time frame, 2 overlapping bars. And so no matter, even if it's ending near the bottom here on this doji, in my opinion, it's just a trading range. And trading range typically continue as we're seeing here, right? Even though we broke down here, it's just continuing the trading range of this 1 tick or 1 candle trading range. And so this is why we're seeing this come right back up, even though it goes low. So that's why I don't like doji bars, because doji bars are letting me know that this is it's a 1 bar trading range. Good thing I didn't go short. That's why I don't trade doji bars. Trying to make a new high here, pandas. With a good, nice bull bar here. This trap could potentially be the thing that breaks us out here. But we're so choppy, pandas. I cannot even go long here. This is the kind of markets we've been in. Like these like really hard trade markets. I mean, if you're trading this market well, then kudos to you. I'm not finding anything I really like here. This is probably the best trade here so far to go up, to go long here. That's why I kind of like the higher time frames, because it kind of like all that chop, it just becomes 1 bar. But even these higher time frames are even choppy here. I cannot go long here, pandas. Sorry. Some of you guys might go long here, but I cannot go long here. Very interesting candle printing right now. Very weird things are happening. It just becomes trading range. Right, this bar, you don't expect it to be a good signal bar at all, yet it's going down pretty far below it. It's still choppy in my opinion. You know what, Panda? I'll be interested in a lower high setup here. If we can get a lower high setup, which I would be shocked, but what it would have to happen is we get a trap here. The trap has to fail and reverse, and I'll be actually interested in going short there. Even on this uptrend, I'm interested in going short there because we're not only in an uptrend, we're also in a trading range. We're in both at the same time, which is kind of hard to imagine, but that's what's happening. Very interesting. I'm wondering what's going to happen here. Are we going to get our lower high setup? Very good signal bar for the trap here. Currently printing. Like imagine if you went short here and this is what you saw. That's very scary. If you went short right here, or if you went short right here and this is what you saw, that is very scary. That'd be very scary if I saw that. If I went short here, I just held on, and all of a sudden I saw this candle print on this trap. Pandas, but we might get our lower high setup. The thing that I didn't think was possible, but we might get it. A failed trap here. It can't break above the previous pivot high. And if it doesn't break the previous pivot high, we actually have a lower high failed trap trade here in the trading range. It looks like it's going to break above it. Okay, we lost our lower high setup. But that was kind of interesting. There was potential there. Still a failed trap though. Failed trap trade. Right? It hasn't made a point yet on this trap. Very interesting. Like, imagine if you took that trap, how you feel now when you see this candle. If you went into this trap and then you saw this candle print, how disappointed would you be? So disappointed that I might go short here. I'm thinking about going short here. Actually thinking about going short here on this failed trap. gonna try to go short here, pandas. Nah, I don't know. Okay, now it doesn't feel good at all. It's just no trades, pandas. I cannot. I'm trying to force a trade right now, but I don't want to do this. No, definitely not. Definitely not now. It's just choppy, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, 7 overlapping bars. And notice, pandas, with this one doji bar, essentially created the trading range of the next 6 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars overlapping within the range of this doji bar. Absolutely incredible. I got nothing here, pandas. I'm sorry. I might not make another trade rest of the stream. It's just been like that. And this is why, you know, this is why these days have been so hard. This is why I'm still like around where I am right now, because I'm seeing all this chop. Makes me think, okay, trading range. This looks like trading range behavior. And we should come back to trading range, but then it just grinds up all the way upwards or does something. Or I'm thinking, okay, it's going to grind up now. Ends up becoming this massive trading range. And it's just like, it's hard, very hard to read the market right now. Kern, welcome back, Kern. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you can join us. Hey, Uriel Cohen. I looked back at the records. Uriel so far is actually the oldest panda for this stream. Uriel, you are the longest standing panda. So thank you for your support. John Bertoni, sorry, are you asking questions? Sorry, I've been looking at the chart. I'll answer some questions. Let's go. All right. Sorry, I missed some questions here. Okay, you guys are talking about prop firms. Go ahead, talk about that. I don't trade prop firms, so you guys are more than welcome to talk about prop firms on your own. John Bertoni, has your cash value today started the same figure as yesterday? Start figure despite down day. I don't know what you're trying to say. I went over my trade where I lost and gained. Yeah, you gotta look at my Austrian trade. I went over that earlier in the stream. Any other questions? Killian says, I took one trade today and up 1,050. Let's go, baby. Good job, Killian. Pandas. This day, man. What can you do about this? Like, this is not tradable, in my opinion. Might end this one a little early. It's just, this is the kind of days we're seeing, pandas. Got nothing, pandas. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream probably a little early today, 10:30. This is just torture. Got nothing. I don't know, pandas. What do you guys think? I mean, technically this trading range is still in play, but we're grinding above the 20 EMA still, and I just don't know. I mean, 10K just made a trading range here, showing extreme chopping right now. Having a hard time breaking above the breakout point. 5 minute does trigger actually a second entry, but terrible signal bar. Alright, pandas. I think we're gonna have to end this stream. Nothing's happening. Okay, pandas. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. Also, if you like information about the two-legged pullback indicator, you can go to the official website www.twoleggedpullback.com. And seriously, pandas, trade safe, and as always, happy trading. God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.